So I have to check them and put them on the list because I need to know if I have all the missions complete. And I think I should have all the missions on League of Legends right now. What I need is to put 145 on the list, but I don't have 145 just yet because I have to play 228, which is what we are going to do now. We're going to Portland City. We are checking if we have all the missions, which means that the map will be complete, except for that one mission that we don't have. Oh fuck, BT, seriously? And then we can go to do 248, complete 145, and we can officially say that the first map is complete. Why is there a marker there? Okay, no BTs. Let me delete all the markers because for some reason there are some. Again, I wish you could choose the path you want to go through. You can always jump off the zip line. I wish you could choose it on the map and choose the zip lines and make it more automated. Let me check the soundtrack thingy while we're doing this. Because I know I redeemed the item, the in-game items, but I don't know if I redeemed the soundtrack. Oh, the code is gone on 2022, thank God. I thought for a second that I couldn't redeem it. I think I'm going to redeem the soundtrack right now and I'm going to check it and I'll listen to the soundtrack while we play. The thing about the soundtrack, Ludwig said this on Twitter. Ludwig is the composer of the soundtrack. Ludwig said that you can listen to the soundtrack without finishing the game, but the soundtrack is not... It doesn't have spoilers. The titles of the tracks are not spoilers, but it doesn't have the same impact if you listen to the soundtrack before completing the game because it's supposed to be emotional, etc. So if you listen to the soundtrack before finishing the game, it's not going to have the same impact as you listening to the soundtrack after finishing. Sorry, I'm checking the soundtrack thingy. To begin downloading your album, you have to put the pin code. Yes. Oh, it's Sony music. Fuck. it says clearly Sony Music, and Sony BMG is one of the worst soundtrack copyright claimers. They are relentless. I mean, I'm playing Death Stranding, so the logical thing would be for Death Stranding to not be claimed by its own soundtrack. But we all know that copyright laws are not always logical, so... Is it seriously just this? Is it seriously just this? This is so fucking disappointing. This is the soundtrack? This is the soundtrack. Oh my fucking god, that is so sad. Even the titles. The titles of the fucking files. What the fuck? What is it with the titles of the files?
It's not so bad.
The titles of the files look like the fucking title you will find on a file that is inside the code of the game. Oh my god, they did a shit job even with that. What the hell, Konami? Kojima? Well, it's not going to take us long to listen to this because it's super short. Oh, I cannot put them on a playlist. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's super short. It's not even worth opening it. It's like 6 items. 6 fucking icons. And that's it. That's the soundtrack. That's so fucking... And it's not even the soundtrack of the game. It's not the soundtrack. It doesn't have the music that you hear during the fights. It doesn't have the music that... What the fuck did this... That is the collector's edition soundtrack. It's not a normal soundtrack. It's the fucking collector's edition. And they gave me a couple of songs. They gave me the song that Churches made. They gave me the Luden song. But they... What the fuck, Kojima? That is so disappointing. Oh, come on, Death Stranding. I thought you couldn't be more disappointing, but you are. You always are. Okay, 146 is an S rank. I didn't have this on the list. $47, $48, $149, Laying of Legends. $150, Laying of Legends, $151, Laying of Legends, $152, Laying of Legends, $153, Laying of Legends. So from 50 to 53 Laying of Legends. We have officially completed the final map, the first map. Let me finish putting them on the list, but yeah, everything except for 145 is on Laying of Legends. 172 missions that there are on the first map are complete. Well, they are not 172. They are actually only 72 missions because you start on mission 100. So the 72 missions, except for mission 45, are S rank. Oh my god, the aftertaste on that is just so fucking sad. I really wish that more games gave us like the real fucking soundtrack and not a handpick soundtrack of you are going to love these 3 songs, and it's like, no, I want to listen to the whole thing. But thank you whoever chose those little songs that are not the entire soundtrack. Because I know that you cannot put all the songs that are in the game. I'm not talking about the songs. I know that Kojima licenses a lot of fucking music for his games, and putting that on a soundtrack of a game is hard enough to license it for the game, so putting it on the soundtrack is going to be hard enough. I understand that. What I don't understand is why you don't put the soundtrack of the things that you made for the game. Yay! But yeah, the collector's edition soundtrack is bullshit. As most on this game, apparently. And I'm sure that if I look on YouTube right now, there is going to be a soundtrack with all the pieces of music in the game. Death Stranding soundtrack. Death Stranding full official album soundtrack. It's 1 hour and 46 minutes. It's 70 fucking videos. And whatever they gave me with the collector's edition is like 8 pieces of music. Not 78. God fucking damn it, Kojima, you keep fucking up. You keep it like that, my dude. My fucking god. What the hell? Sorry, I'm just super pissed off. Okay, Lake Knot City. I need to see what mission 228 is.
So, where do you want to go? Close your eyes. Picture it in your mind's eye.
I really like the work this actress does on the movies that I have seen her playing characters at, but I don't like this character most of the time. There is a couple of scenes that are really good, but most of the time, like for example, where do you want to go? It's like, no. On some of the cutscenes, her character is super good, but most of the time, Fragile is not interesting at all. And it's not like every character is completely boring outside of the cutscenes. It's just Fragile. Because Mama is relatively interesting on pretty much every conversation. Hardman and Die Hardman, even Deadman, they are all kinda interesting out of the cutscenes, but Mama is only interesting in the cutscenes. Okay, Lake Knot City. I think I am already doing mission 128. Or am I? Orders. No, I'm doing 119 and 116. 219 and 216. But I think that 228 is from the Timefall farm. So let's go there. The cool thing about this is that I built the roads on the second area, so we can go by bike. The bad thing is that there are no roads to the Timefall farm, so we have to go on foot to that place or take the bike through a bumpy terrain. Really bumpy terrain.